Hello everyone, you are welcome to Anchor Network where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. And also, I would like you to look at the screen. There's a website address there that I would like you to visit and you'll be glad you did that. Thank you very much. If Biafra should go, Nigeria will suffer, says Okonjo Iweala. The eastern part of Nigeria has the largest mineral resources and the revenue made from it can finance all Nigeria activities. Nigeria government is aware of this. That is the main reason they are keeping Biafran state from separating, said Okonjo Iweala. In a statement of Iweala, she said Biafran states are the richest states in Nigeria. Okonjo said eastern parts of Nigeria has not been enjoying their resources and they are not being treated well. Nigeria government should rise up and develop their source of revenue country. If Biafra should go, they will be the fourth richest country in the world and Nigeria will suffer because what we benefit from them, we can't get it elsewhere. You know, when people hear this statement, they were like, oh, maybe she's this, she's that. But, you know, looking at her profile, looking at her experience, looking at where she has worked, looking at her antecedents, you know that she's not somebody that would talk that you want to push away or you want to push away her talks. I think she knows better. She's not talking from the tribal sentiment or tribal aspect of the whole thing. She knows what she's talking about because she has been in government twice. So she knows what she's talking about, and meanwhile she handled the financial aspect of Nigeria economy, and anybody will like, oh, what she talking about, is it because of this, is it because of that? And apart from that, she has been known all over the world and she has been working with the World Bank and a lot of big companies, you know, at that. So when she's talking, people, you know, needs to tend to listen to her. But one thing I just really want to pick from what she has said, you know, like I said, she knows everything about Nigeria as far as the economy is concerned. At least you're like, okay, she's knowledgeable with all of that. What I really want to pick out from that is that, you know, it has been like, oh, it is oil, Nigeria solely depend on oil and all of that. Good, that is the fact. But that doesn't remove the fact that we have other areas at which we can really make money as a nation. That's why when we talk about Nigeria has all it takes, some people will be arguing with you, oh, you talk that what is America, what is so special? Of course, if you really believe in yourself, if you really know yourself, if you really know your worth, you know that there's nothing special about others that you cannot do on your own part, and it is something that you remove your eyes from, that you know you show less concern about. That is what other people will do better than you. We have all it takes, but people like, you know, it's not true. It's true because some of these leaders, or most of these leaders that are really mounting or that really are the aim of affairs of this country, they know what to do. It's not rocket science. It's just greed and wickedness, and you know, and they are power drunk. Once they are there, the political will to do all of those things is not there. But whatever that is going to benefit them themselves and their cronies and friends and immediate family, those are the things they are always interested in. You know, you talk about the senators and, you know, the kind of bills that they pass. You'll be wondering that, do these people, do they really know what it takes to be a senator, to be in the National Assembly? But they will go there and do their biddings. You know, let us bring it down. This issue of petrol or the fuel, crude oil, that is just what we really depend on. There is no region in Nigeria that, you know, that does not have a one mineral resources or natural resources that can really give us money, or that we can really derive a revenue from it, just because of laziness and all of that. Take for example, when we talk about cocoa in those days, that's one of the ways which we were really making money even before the discovery of oil. And more so, even from the north, you see that they were good, and they are still good when it comes to agricultural products and produce. And you talk about all these granules, all these nuts and millet as you may have it. But what is happening? In the 70s, you see that our agricultural produce, were the ones that are really giving us this revenue, and it's making our GDP to go high. But when the oil started booming, they forget all of those things because they just felt it's a quick money. And up to today, even the oil that we talk about, ability to be able to build refineries that will still be up to standards, for us not to be, go and be buying refined oil outside or refined petroleum outside, is just too difficult for these people. And a lot of people have really been siphoning money. Even the government has not really been sincere when it comes to this issue of NNPC. It would have been a good thing that even as we are getting the crude oil, we are able to refine it. But we'll get the crude oil, we'll take it outside the country, bringing it back as a refined product, we're going to pay heavily. So at the end of the day, you just see that our even having this crude oil is not even amounting to anything. If we now go to what Okonjo Iweala said, the truth must be told, and that is the fact. Anybody cannot just wish it away or say maybe she's talking out of ignorance. And that is what, unless you are not aware, if you are really aware concerning what she has said, when you talk about technology, what is driving the economy of most countries? Most of these countries, most of these developed countries, they will have no natural resources, and most of them are using, you say that they are using technology, producing things, trying to bring out the best in their youth, train them, and before you know it, because of the brain behind all that they've gotten, you now see that most of their people, they are the think tank of the country, and they really make progress in that area when it comes to when you talk about technology. And that is what God has blessed us with when it comes to the area of this Biafrans. That is what they are known for. You could see that when you go most of the times, you say, no, this is about made, this is about made. These guys are producing good things, but because of the economy, of course, by the time that is my own opinion and that is my own judgment, because by the time you put in all things that you need to manufacture some things, it takes a lot of resources, and by the time it will come out, it will be expensive. But when you now want to sell it into the Nigeria market, a lot of people might not be able to afford it, so they have to use what they have and what they know that the people can at the end of the day be able to afford. So that's why you see that most of the quality might not really be there, but when it comes to the knowledge, they know everything. They know the technical know-how of anything as in production. When you go to Aba, when you go to Onitsha, you see that they have many industries there. You see, shoes, anything that you can think of, being manufactured, it is embedded in that place. And that was why they were able to thrive. Even the time of the Civil War, they were producing a lot of things themselves. They are into production of things. So you can imagine, like now, the issue of cocoa was really embedded in the South. Ondo, to be precise. I know other states, from the Southwest, they were good in that. And that was what we were really using that time. When you hear that people were really into cocoa then, you will, these guys, rich people, when you are involved in cocoa, you must be a rich person. And cocoa is something that is still trending now. But what is happening to us in Nigeria is something, a thing of the past. When you talk of cocoa, people were like, what are you talking about? Most especially the new generation. They might not even know the extent at which cocoa really gave us revenue, gave us riches then. But because of the discovery of oil, everybody just forgets about all of those things. When you talk of things being produced in the north, the same thing. When you come to Niger Delta, they're into fishing. Yes, but because of not being able to take care of the environment, because of the discovery of oil, everything, they've scattered everything. And that's why you see that fishing is not even viable. All that, the way it also, they could be doing more fishing, but it would have been more than what we're having now because of everything has been polarized. The old water has been messed up, and that's why they are always agitating that they don't have land to farm. They don't have because fishing is one of the major thing of their profession there. But now the oil has really made everything to go sour, and that's why you see Niger Deltas are always coming out to agitate that if you are getting crude oil from this place and you cannot maintain the environment, of what use is it? And that's why they are bringing all this issue of trying to compensate the militants. And at the end of the day, it's still not solving the whole problem, because what happens in that area is that it is only those who can really confront the government, and those ones are selected few, and those ones are the one getting the dividends of being from Delta State. So what of people that cannot just confront the government and all of that? What is their fate? And you see that many of them are still suffering. Many of them that are into fishing, they are still suffering because they can't just do anything. You see some selected few, they will go to the government and get whatever they want to get in the name of amnesty. Yeah, I was trying to remember that word, amnesty. Once, is it everybody? Is it every Niger Delta that is getting that amnesty? No, it's just selected few. So bringing that back, you can imagine, when if you have this issue of getting crude oil and people into fishing, and when you talk of the north, what they produce, you come to the southwest, what they produce, like this the issue of cocoa, and coming together, you now try to make it, embed all of those things together to manufacture them from the people that have that knowledge. Because these guys, the Biafrans, as they are called, the Indigbos, they are so talented in that area, and that's why you see them that when it comes to business, they are thriving. You cannot take that away from them. When it comes to business, they are really thriving. So if they now bring their technical know-how, to be able to bring all of these people from all these regions with all their professionalism and in or their area of specialization, and they say, okay, let us be producing all of these things ourselves. Like this cocoa of a thing, that is what we have chocolate today. And when you go about those chocolate, somebody will travel with chocolate. But why is it that we can't even produce it in large quantity? Because we have all it takes to do all of that. But since we cannot produce all of those things, we cannot, take it a step higher. Just like what we have in the issue of crude oil. If we can really manufacture, if you can really refine that the crude oil, do you know where we would have been today? And when we have people that really know what they are doing, but they will just go there. It's baffling, and it's really worrisome that these guys that call themselves senators, what kind of bill do they pass? I don't just understand. That's why they will just be talking when they are in that cool environment in the AC. You don't just see that they are just relaxed. They are not bothered. You do see that they don't have the interest of the masses, the interest of the country at heart. Their own is just to collect salaries. That's just what they do there. You see them, they are so relaxed. If really they are on top of the game, you will see them agitating. But no, when it comes to what is going to go to each of them, as in the case of constituency allowance, that's when you see them that they will be so serious. But when it talk about things that can really improve the life of a Nigerian, they will just be, to me, I see them as all this bills that they will be passing, the bill that will not even have any effect in the life of a commoner on the streets. Those are the things that this guy do. And the issue of paying them so heavily, they cannot go there and say, no, this thing is too much. What is the basis of paying them all of this money? For you are collecting such an amount of salary or amount of money, and yet the people you are presiding over, they are living in abject poverty, and you are so happy and you are comfortable. And your president will tell you, if you want to leave, you leave, and you have not provided the enable environment for people to thrive. The other time, some days ago, just yesterday, the vice president went to the east and he was saying, he wants to open a new chapter, a fresh whatever, a fresh this and all of that. So, is that what we are going to be talking about? Do something that will shake the foundation of Nigeria. Do something that will shake the foundation of Nigeria, in a positive way. That is what I mean. That people, everybody will feel it. Everybody will feel it, and everybody will, in their heart, they will pray for you. And at the end of the day, they will come and pray for Nigeria, pray for our leaders. With somebody that you have bastardized, somebody you have really been maltreated, somebody that you are, or the people that you have marginalized, you expect them to pray for you. And when they see that you live in affluence, so it's really worrisome. So if Okonjo will be saying this, that if the Igbo should leave Nigeria today, that they will be the 4th richest people in the world. And it's a fact. Anybody can contest that. So if really that these guys are really sincere, it's not as if they really want, nobody, where you have been in, for a very long time, and you are relaxed, you feel at home, you feel relaxed, you wouldn't want to go. But if you are not welcome in a place, definitely you will want to leave. It's natural. So, like, are they been that this set of people, and the problem is that the people that we appoint as leaders, the people that we choose to represent us, those are the people that are bringing problem. Even when you talk about the Indigbos, the problem is from their people. If really you want this referendum, it is the people that you've selected or you've elected as your representatives in form of senators and from people from the House of Representatives, those are the people that will project all of this. If you cannot talk about okay, Biafra or Indigo separation, then why can't you make suggestions to things that can really bring development in the region? And so also it goes to the people of the north and the south and the southwest. All of these people that are representing us, they are not just being sincere. And the unfortunate thing there is that these people are just still from us. They are not outsiders. They are from us. They grew, from our midst. So why is it that once they get to that place, they become something different? They become something different. And Ngozi said the reason why they don't really want these guys to leave, because they know what we are gaining from them. We know the stuff they are made of. And I still want to add to that every region has what it takes for Nigeria to be great. But the forces, the few individuals that have mounted the office of leadership in Nigeria, they are the ones that are really bringing us down. If we can come together, and unfortunately, with the look of things, people are not just ready to come together, and we are more divided, than ever before, and that is where the problem is. And the person that's supposed to bring everybody together is not even helping the matter. It's not helping matter. It's not helping issue. It will tell you that you can go anywhere. Excuse me, a father, somebody who has been elected. Like I said, the vice president went to the east and said he wants to open a fresh chapter. He was talking about politics. This is not time to politicize anything. This is not time for campaign. We are talking of what everybody can. This is not time to segregate anybody. Forget about when it comes to election, you can say whatever you want to say, of which is not even the right thing to say from somebody who is a leader. You are talking of politics, people joining the APC. What has that got to do with it? Because everybody's paying is our own quota into the development of this nation. So when you are leading people, you don't need to be talking about party or something. So guys, that's just what I just want to talk about. What Ngozi Okonjo said, that if Biafra should go, that Nigeria will suffer. I would like to hear from you what you think about what she has said. Please put down your comment.